Hey guys, I'm back. I'm Cole from Cole Sports. It used to be Baka 2.0. Now it's Cole Sports. Uh, a little bit of rebranding, if you want to call it. Just changed the name. And it's back. It's been 2 months since you really see my face when the Nationals won in the World Series. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the 2020 NFL Draft. Here, I'm doing the mock draft here. Hopefully the train doesn't start because I'm literally right next to a railroad. But here we go. The 2020 NFL Mock Draft 1.0. There will be more. For the first pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joe Burrow, LSU quarterback. There's not really too much to say about this. Bengals need a quarterback. They get Joe Burrow. Maybe have Andy Dalton there just to help him out as a veteran and help him possibly as, kind of a mentor. But an amazing year. Just honestly kind of came out of nowhere. And that's where Cincinnati goes, pick 1. With the second pick, the Washington Redskins have Chase Young out of Ohio State, edge rusher. As you guys know, I am a Washington fan from Ivy Sport, so I'm a Redskins fan, and I really like this pick. We have Ryan Kerrigan, but he's getting a little older. He's good, but he's not where we had him or where he used to be. And if we go ahead, bring in Chase Young, we got the edge with Montez Sweat and Chase. Periodically maybe put Ryan Kerrigan in there. That would be a nice little rotation going. And our pass rush, I feel like, would just be amazing. Just like the same thing as the 49ers did. Draft, pass rush, defensive line. Both teams had the same style. So we are going Chase Young. Here off the Detroit Lions, they are going Jeffrey Okudah, cornerback out of Ohio State. Detroit, people said maybe possibly Isaiah Simmons, maybe Derek Brown. I have them going here, cornerback, Jeffrey Okudah, because, there is some talking. Darius Slay might be traded at the trade deadline, so I don't know if we're going to go ahead and see that in the offseason. But if we don't, they're still going to have really 2 good corners. They traded Diggs, their safety, to the Seahawks, so they lost that DB. So I think it's going to be a good move by the Lions there. With the New York Giants, I can't talk today. I have them going Andrew Thomas, Georgia offensive tackle. Here, Giants could go all sorts of things, places. They could possibly go Jarek Wills, maybe Tristan Wirfs, but I doubt it. If they may want to go Derek Brown, maybe an edge rusher, maybe even a wide receiver also. But I think here, offensive tackle is the move. They need an offensive tackle to protect Danny. I'm not going to say Danny. I'm not going to say Danny Dimes because, come on. But Daniel Jones, they got to protect them. He's fumbled a lot because of the offensive line. Nate Soldier, he's not getting any younger, and they need to replace him ASAP. So this is why I have the Giants going Andrew Thomas from Georgia. With the next pick, the Miami Dolphins have Tua Tagovailoa. This is a pick where people could say they might be trading down possibly. Maybe they go somewhere else. They don't go quarterback. They go offensive line. They could maybe even go, I don't know. But I've seen lots of other mocks having go offensive line. But I haven't had them. I can't talk. But I have them going from Alabama. He's had injury problems, hip, all sorts of things. But I have the Miami Dolphins going Tua. Maybe not start him right away. Let Ryan Fitzpatrick be a starter for like a few weeks. Then go ahead, try to put Tua in there. I think that would be the best move. I don't think putting him right away is the best. Let him heal up just for a few more weeks. And then, boom, you can go. So next is the Los Angeles Chargers. I have them going Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle at Iowa. You know, again, I'm not too good with colleges. I'm like, okay, they do need an offensive tackle, but they also do need a quarterback. But the thing is, I do have 3 quarterbacks going in the first round. So they have time in the second round to pick up maybe something like a Jordan Love, a Jake Fromm, or maybe Eason, possibly. So I have them protect their quarterback that they might draft, or possibly sign in free agency if they want to bring Phillip Rivers back for 1 more year. So that's why I have Tristan Wirfs going to Los Angeles, to Chargers. Now, Carolina Panthers. I have them going Isaiah Simmons, linebacker / safety from Clemson. I have him going, he's probably going to play linebacker. I have him going to Carolina because, as you guys most likely know, if not, you've been living under a rock, that Luke Kuechly did retire. So if they do put him at linebacker, they can fill the spot there. And, you know, he'd be a good young linebacker to switch out safety / linebacker periodically. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals. I have them going off to tackle Jedrick Wills out of Alabama. They need an off to tackle. You know, obviously Kyler Murray does shine when he's out of the pocket, but again, you gotta let him have the shots to just stay in the pocket, let him be cool and collected. When they have Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella, and they got to build that offensive lineup. That's why I have Arizona going Jedrick Wills. Next, we have Jacksonville. We have them going Derek Brown, inside defensive lineman. Jacksonville, they don't have too bad of a defense. They have Calais Campbell in the line, Telvin Smith, I'm pretty sure. But again, they're getting old, so it'd be nice to put someone there who's young, who can get to the quarterback, help out the corners just a little bit, like AJ Bouye and some other DBs if they want to go ahead and maybe sign somebody, if they want to go ahead and draft somebody else later. And he could be a huge help with the secondary also. Next, we have Cleveland Browns. I have them going offensive lineman, offensive tackle, Mekhi Becton out of Louisville, offensive tackle. They need an offensive tackle. They tried to trade for Trent Williams in the offseason. I'm surprised, honestly, they didn't get him, but yeah. That's they need to protect Baker Mayfield. He did throw a lot of interceptions. That wasn't really his fault, but he did get some pressure too. So I think getting an offensive tackle there for Cleveland could be a good move to help out Baker Mayfield and let him stay in the pocket and let him throw accurate throws to Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, and all their other receivers and running backs. Next, we have the New York Jets. I have them going A.J. Epineza, edge rusher out of Iowa. Here, a really good edge rusher, possibly the second best to Chase Young there. I have him going to the Jets. They need to get the pass rush, help him out with Quinn Williams. They can get to the pass. Again, that can always help the secondary and the linebackers to possibly get a good chance, possibly get an interception or stuff like that. If they sack their quarterbacks, they can get the offense back on the field, get Le'Veon Bell going, get Sam Darnold going. If, possibly I could have him going wide receiver here also to help out Sam Darnold, but I do have him going A.J. Epineza. Next, I got the Oakland Raiders going Jerry Jeudy out of Alabama, wide receiver. I have them going Jerry Jeudy. He's one of the best, possibly the best wide receiver in the draft. You could say CeeDee Lamb's the best, but, Jerry Jeudy, they already have a fast guy in Tyrell Williams if they want to keep him. So you can get Jerry Jeudy for that catching and route running and stuff like that, and help out Derek Carr, or possibly a quarterback that they might draft later in the round if they want to go that route. So that's why I have the Oakland Raiders going Jerry Jeudy. Next, the Indianapolis Colts. I have them going Javon Kinlaw, inside defensive lineman out of South Carolina. This could really help out their defense with Darius Leonard, their linebacking core is not too bad. They need their defense needs some help still. It does need some help. I see lots of people possibly letting them going Jordan Love here, or maybe some other quarterback. I have him going Kinlaw though, just to help there in that defense line. Next we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have them going Justin Herbert out of Oregon, quarterback. I mean, they could go offensive line. They could go lots of other routes. I have them going here quarterback. I think, for sure, people say, I'm trying to think of his name for some reason. Oh, shoot, it was just in my head. It was just, oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Jameis Winston. He could say he threw a lot. He threw 30 picks, but he also got over 30 touchdowns. If you can keep on score, you can keep on running the points up. But I think Justin Herbert is going to be a guy that can develop and possibly have less picks and more touchdowns. He's really good at throwing. He can throw far. A really good arm strength. You got Mike Evans to go ahead and get it guy. You also have Chris Godwin, maybe burn some people a little bit, run the short routes, dink and dunk. And that they want to go ahead and get some other wide receiver also. If they even have Rashad Perriman still, he can possibly burn some people there and get some easy touchdowns. So that, I have Tampa Bay Buccaneers going quarterback, Justin Herbert. Next, I have the Denver Broncos going CeeDee Lamb. You could say possibly they could be going T. Higgins to go up and get it guy because they already have Courtland Sutton and some other wide receivers like Deshaun Hamilton. But I have CeeDee Lamb to help out with Drew Luck's progression and put put pressure off of Courtland Sutton. I mean, not pressure, but lots of defenses see Courtland Sutton, their main guy, and that can also help out Noah Fant because they're gonna be like, who's gonna throw? He could throw to anybody now, instead of going mainly Courtland Sutton and Noah Fant. That's why I have the Denver Broncos going CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma. Next, I have Yetur Gross-Matos going to Atlanta, Penn State edge rusher. Yetur, I have him going to Atlanta because, when they gone Vic Beasley hasn't really helped them too much. Darius McKinley, however you say his name, he's been a little bit disappointing since he was a former first-round pick. And they could really help out their pass rush also. So next, I have the Dallas Cowboys going Grant Delpit, LSU safety. There's lots of people saying he could fall because of his tackling, but the Dallas Cowboys do really, it would be nice for them to get a safety. I've watched these guys, Sports Fury. I watched, they live streamed the draft of their reaction stuff. And when Josh Abrams went off the board, there was there's a Cowboys fan, part of it, one of the YouTubers, and he was furious. He was always furious when the safety went off the board because he knew they needed a safety. So that's not the only reason why I went for Grant Delpit there to the Dallas Cowboys. They could possibly go Xavier Henry if Grant Delpit does fall, or they could go, if Grant Delpit goes earlier, which I really don't see happening. I think this is the most likely, the highest he will go in the draft. But I've seen lots of people also mock wide receivers going there because Randall Cobb, they're using an old Amari Cooper, hasn't, yeah. I can't really think of it all off the top of my head. But next, I have the Miami Dolphins with their second pick. I have them going Jonathan Taylor. Again, I'm not the best with college football players. I know they could possibly go DeAndre Swift from Georgia, or J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State. But here, I have them going Jonathan Taylor to be their lead back from Wisconsin. They really do need a... That was a train if you didn't hear it. But they really do need a running back since totally forgot his name. Dang it. Oh my gosh, what the heck is wrong with me? Hold up, I can just look it up. Kenyon Drake, there we go. Yeah, Kenyon Drake. Since they don't have him, he's now in Arizona. They do really need a running back, and Jonathan Taylor can be their lead back. So next I have the Oakland Raiders with, is this their second pick? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, there is. I have them going Christian Fulton, cornerback out of LSU. I mean, they could go also Trevon Diggs. I have going next. But it's one of those two cornerbacks they take here. I feel like they need help. They traded Gary Conley. Their cornerbacks do need some help. Their defense needs some help. You know, I mean, if the pass rush, Clem Farrell's not really playing out to what people, John Green thought he would be. So he's not, if he can get to the quarterback, that could really help out their secondary also. But it's not really getting there. So I think Christian Fulton is going to be the pick there for the Oakland Raiders. Next pick, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars was their second pick. I have them going Trevon Diggs, Alabama, cornerback out of Alabama. AJ Abouye, he's getting older. They don't have Jalen Ramsey anymore. They need a cornerback there for the future, and that's why I have them going here, Trevon Diggs, to help out their defense. Really, there are two young guys, Josh Allen, linebacker, and also now if they do draft Trevon Diggs, they could be a building stone for the Jaguars safety. Ever since they had that amazing their defense. Since they had since their amazing defense when they had that big playoff run, sadly ended with the Patriots beating them in there, which I honestly don't think. I think it was kind of rigged. Okay. But so I have Jacksonville going Trevon Diggs. The Philadelphia Eagles, I have them going T. Higgins, wide receiver, out of Clemson. They need a wide receiver. They tried experimenting, bringing Deshaun Jackson back. He got injured, didn't really play too much. Then they honestly really just need wide receiver help. They need some, instead of always throwing the Zach Ertz. Okay, Carson Wentz really does need some help in the wide receiver game, because Zach Ertz, he got injured versus that Redskins game. I think he kind of got injured. Didn't he? Or something like that. He got injured before the playoff game they had. And, then if Carson Wentz does ever get injured, again, they need help with when they had McCown there, him starting. Not starting, but playing. But they really do need some wide receiver help. Next, I have the Buffalo Bills going Clavon Chasen, LSU edge rusher. They, Lorenzo Alexander's not tiring, so their rusher's now gone. Help out their defense with Ed Oliver, and then possibly if they do bring in Clavon Chase on, that could be an amazing pass rush there. Amazing run stopping / pass rush. Could really help out their defense in White, Poyer, and Hyde, and also their linebackers they have. That could be a really good addition to the Buffalo Bills. Next, I have the New England Patriots. I have them going linebacker Kenneth Murray. They could go tight end with Cole Kmet. That would be a nice pick there. But I have them going linebacker Kenneth Murray out of Oklahoma. Really help out their defense. Help Tom Brady out a little bit. And holding the really good teams low, because now that the Patriots can't score at every single drive now, and it's kind of getting a little weak in New England, the defense really needs to come up now, and that's why I have Kenneth Murray going New England. Next, the New Orleans Saints, I have them going Laviska Shenault Jr., Colorado wide receiver, an amazing playmaker. He can, he's not like a guy who's get good with catching or a guy who's good with speed. He's like just a playmaker, man. He maybe throw it short. He maybe can run wrong. You know, he can get a really cool highlight catch. He's just a really good playmaker. That's all he is. I mean, I shouldn't say all he is, but he's a playmaker. But there's like nothing else to put it. He's a playmaker, and that could really help out Drew Brees in the receiving game. So, and with now they help out Michael Thomas, because now he's been getting all the attention because people saying can't guard Mike. He's gonna be there. He's the number one receiver for the Saints, obviously, and they're probably gonna be double teaming him now, honestly. So if they go ahead and get someone like Laviska Shenault Jr., they should be paying attention to him too if they do go ahead and start him and pick him. So next, I have the Minnesota Vikings. I have them going Tyler Biatch, Wisconsin inside offensive lineman. I probably say that wrong, but yeah, you guys know who I'm talking about. Minnesota offensive line really hasn't been too good. They really do need the help the offensive line, help out Kirk Cousins. You know, I'm honestly kind of surprised Dalvin Cook has been able to be this good under the offensive line of the Vikings. And they really do need, because if they ever go ahead play the 49ers ever again, possibly the Packers with the two Smiths, and any other team with good pass rush, they need to be able to stop it. And that's where Tyler Biatch comes in with that pick. Miami, their third pick in the NFL in the first round. I have them going offensive tackle Austin Jackson out of USC. I mean, I think lots of these guys, offensive tackles, it's mainly those first three. Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas, and Jedrick Wills. Those are the three main big guys there for offensive tackle, and maybe Becton too. Austin Jackson's like a guy, hey, they need an offensive tackle if they do want to bring in Jonathan Taylor, if they do want to protect Tua Tagovailoa. So that's one that complements all of it. So these first three picks really just complement each other for the Dolphins, which I really like there. If they do go ahead and pick these three players up, maybe trade up if they want to do stuff there. But Austin Jackson just to help out Tua with the protection, also with Jonathan Taylor with the running. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks. I have them going in Nick Harris, inside offensive lineman out of Washington. The Seattle, they really do need some help. They need to protect Russell Wilson. I know he's mobile, but he shouldn't, again, like the Kyler Murray, he shouldn't have to go scramble every single play. You got to let him have his time in the pocket. That's every quarterback needs that. Every quarterback needs that. You can't just go ahead, oh my gosh, this guy's mobile. This is all we're bringing him in for. Like, also like Lamar Jackson, you do need protection there, even though he really doesn't throw that much. He's just terrible when he throws, really, as we saw in the Titans. But we're not on the Ravens right now. But the Seattle Seahawks, I do have him going Nick Harris out of Washington to help out the offensive line. Here we have the Baltimore Ravens. I have them going Curtis Weaver, edge rusher out of Boise State. Baltimore, they don't have Terrell Suggs. They don't have C.J. Mosley anymore. They need to help out their linebacker core with so I do have them going Curtis Weaver to help out the pass rush and help out their cornerbacks again. Then I have Baltimore going Curtis Weaver. Here we go. We have Tennessee going Julian Okwara, edge rusher out of Notre Dame. Tennessee, again, they have Cameron Wake. Some of their edge rushers, they're kind of getting old now, and they need a young player to complement their linebackers and cornerbacks there, because the Tennessee Titans, if you really think about it, they have a good defense. They're two young linebackers, Kevin Byard. They have Logan Ryan. I can't think of anybody right now. But they have cornerbacks. They have linebackers. They have a good defense. But some of their edge rushers, their outside linebackers, they're getting kind of old with like I said, Cameron Wake. So if they bring in Julian Aquara, they can have a really young defense. Maybe not really young, but they can have a young core there to help out with the linebackers. Next, I have the Green Bay Packers with Henry Ruggs III, Alabama wide receiver. I have the Green Bay Packers going Henry Ruggs because if you bring in Devontae Adams, but then you also have those other wide receivers like Mercedes Scantling, Mercedes, something like that. And then you also bring in Lazard and I think one other wide receiver, But if you bring in Henry Ruggs, you can have another main wide receiver, and using those wide receivers periodically, switching them out. If you bring in Henry Ruggs, he's really fast. Devontae Adams, a possession guy, not the fastest. If they get those two guys and Jimmy Graham, they could have a really good receiving core for, next year. And now we have KC, we have Kansas City. We have them going J.K. Dobbins, running back out of Ohio State. They do have some decent running backs with Damian Williams and pretty sure LaShawn McCoy. But, they really didn't play LaShawn McCoy too much there in their last game. But if they can bring J.K. Dobbins and then also have Damian Williams, that could be two good running backs they can have. Periodically switch them out and stuff. And they could be ready to go for a few plays. Man, that could be really good. And now for our last and final pick, San Francisco 49ers. I have them going cornerback C.J. Henderson out of Florida. Their defense is really good. They're really good pass rush. But if they do go ahead face up with a team with a really good offensive line, they need to depend on their cornerbacks also in their secondary. They don't have too bad of safeties. They do have Richard Sherman, but I think they do need that other cornerback to pair up with Richard Sherman to help him out there, and that's why I do have them going C.J. Henderson out of Florida there with to the 49ers. And that's going to end it here for the first round with my mock draft 1.0. And I'm back. I am back, and I can't wait to get this channel back on a roll. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Cole signing out. See you later.